Seniac reads comments at the start of a video. Everybody, please take mine. Seniac, loyal subjects, do you prefer to be called Foolians, Foolers, or what? Subjects, we don't care. Just don't call us late for dinner. Seniac, places water tower in the industrial area. Me. Seniac, you damn fool, the water's gonna get polluted. Seniac, moves the water tower. Me. Calm. Seniac, makes his new country. Me. Awesome. Seniac, time for war, baby. Waiting patiently for the poop kingdom to make its appearance. Guys, welcome back to the second episode of the Fool's Kingdom here in City Skylines. This is where your boy is creating Earth 2.0, and we started last episode by creating the starting point to our own kingdom. And today, guys, we are going to do some more expansions, try and build it up a little bit more. But before we do this, I just want to say, boys, I got a couple of things to ask you. One, if you are enjoying this, hold on, I can't see the fingers right now. There we go, the Fool's Kingdom. If you are enjoying this series and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new and here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when that next episode does come out. But this is my next question. Next episode, we're going to officially build the second kingdom, or start to build it. Give it like a good little starter base, like we've done with the Fool's Kingdom. And it's going to be this one. Now, I'll tell you why it's going to be this one. It's because, one, it's the closest one to the Fool's Kingdom. And we're going to create a little bit of a backstory right now. So, I want you guys to I'm going to kind of start the backstory. Then I want you guys to expand on it in the comment section down below. So, basically, this is going to be the next kingdom. It's going to be, at the moment, and I will say just at the moment, it's going to be friendly with the Fool's Kingdom. They're going to have a bit of a back and forth, happy times, no one hates each other, we're going to be borderline best friends. Now, it does mean I can create a road connection over to this new kingdom. I'll put a toll booth on it as well, so they have to pass the toll booth, almost like passport or / border control. But the backstory is that I'm going to say right now, one, it's going to be friendly with the Fool's Kingdom. Two, they're just going to be known as the kind of, the side piece of Fool's Kingdom. They're not going to have much influence. They're always going to be not controlled or governed by the Fool's Kingdom, but they're going to have a lot of influence from the Fool's Kingdom. So they don't really they do set their own rules and stuff like that, but they're overshadowed by the Fool's Kingdom because of how close they are. That's as much as I want to say about it. I want you guys to give me a name for that kingdom and then complete the rest of the backstory. So this is where you guys come into play right now on creating a narrative for this brand new kingdom. But that's all I'm gonna say. We are coming back to the Fool's Kingdom right now. And because we're going to kind of almost borderline create that new kingdom next episode, I do need to create like some kind of road network that eventually leads up and over there. So I'm not too sure where the crossing's going to be. I feel like it's going to be round about here somewhere. So I kind of need to start or slowly build up some infrastructure, which is going to be quite exciting. So we currently have a little bit of a garbage issue by the looks of it. The garbage plant is just here, but it doesn't look like it. Do we have many jobs available? Yeah, unemployment is quite high. It looks like we don't really have much garbage capacity on that front. So do I do a simple landfill site to begin with? One, it's a little bit cheap. Two, it'll just satisfy and sort out all my needs right now, so I can get rid of this little issue and then continue the expansions. That's what we're going to do. I mean, we also need to think about as well, trying to make a little bit extra cash money moolah. Now, we've got a little park over here. It is making a little bit of profit, but we do need to up that slightly. So I'm going to actually get rid of that power line there. We are going to build here. Now, do I do a 3 or a 4? We'll go for a 4 strip there of residential. And then we'll fill in this little section here with a little bit of commercial too to kind of finalize that off. So it's all died around, like no matter what side of the park you live on, there's commercial on the opposite side, meaning you can walk through the park to get to it. That's kind of what we're trying to accomplish. It's kind of what we're trying to accomplish. So let that little bit build up. I know I'm going to have to open up the port very soon and let everybody back in. But we're just letting them build the buildings first. Now, I want to talk about this infrastructure. So we're going to very loosely build like a miniature highway. It's not going to be like 3 lanes either side. It will quite possibly be only 2 lanes. Now, I know I'm going to want... I definitely want one coming down here to kind of come down into this area, which that is probably going to go around here and then kind of follow up in that direction. So we have like a big vein of highway running up and through. Then I'm going to need a connection to come off it round about here to come down this way. Now, this is the thing. Do I make it come down here and wrap around, or do I make it go through here, this section here, as a tunnel? Cutting through there as a tunnel to pop open on the other side, which will allow me to create a connection just here. And then just over here for this section. Or if I made it run down here and round, I could do a connection here that allows us to get into this area. I've got too many decisions to make right now. Too many. That's what I'm saying, boys. Too freaking many. So we'll figure it out momentarily. But we're going to continue with the expansions anyway. So we need now to get the road and continue pushing in that direction. Now, we do have the road bending round there, so I've got a couple of options. I can either create a main dragger road that maybe comes up one of these areas to filter down to here, which would probably be a good idea, or not. I don't know. Now, we've been going across here 30 lengths. That's 5, so I need to do another 25. Is that right? Yeah, that is actually right. So if I do that there, and that is our kind of section set up, and how far down? That is 30 going down that way, and going back up is 20. It's a 50 gap there before the entry point just over there. Right, I'm just trying to kind of roughly build my outline. So if I did that, and then how are we kind of building it down to here? It could be nice to sort of like a drag of road coming down the middle, a main little section. I don't know how filtered or how populated this area is going to be, but again, we're trying to do it in stages, aren't we? We are trying to do it in stages, so I don't want to go a bit too crazy. So here we'll do a little bit of a path, because we kind of trying to set it up where it's not so uniform. There is a little bit of chaos within this madness that we are setting up. Gonna push that a little bit closer. There we go. So yeah, like I said, there is a little bit of chaos thrown in to this wonderfulness that we are setting up. And throw that to there. Right, that's as good as you're probably going to get that. There we go. So it looks like roads, but it's not roads. It's walking paths. And of course, I'm going to fill this whole strip up here with residential. So extend the water so it's all connected. Should be all good. We're going to briefly open up the dock right now, the harbour. Turn that on. So we do lose money when it's open, but it should now give me enough new residents moving in that we should be able to increase the revenue on the rigs. There we go. So I've got to figure out what I'm doing with this. I still don't fully know how I'm going to play this out, because we got these kind of roads. So I'm going to come away from these little 2-lane plain streets and then go for a normal standardized road. Now I could come off it here and create... Now that to there is 30, but then that is a different... Oh, the bend happens there, doesn't it? So yeah, I could come off it on a diagonal, which means I can then have a diagonal going this way, and that could what leads us up to the highway connection. Kind of. And I feel like eventually I'm going to have to pick one of these side roads that sprawl out to be a main style road as well. Now, the great thing about doing this diagonal coming down, straight away, we kill the uniform grid setup, because then that kind of bends around to clip in. And that will then kind of clip out to go that way. And then we kind of lose that unison. So I'm going to delete this here. And let me go back to those little side roads, because I'm still trying to understand what the structure may be. So that point there is... Okay, let me delete this. Because I know that goes and clips into where it starts to bend. And that does exactly the same, clips in where it starts to bend. And if I come down by... Let's go by 10. By 10. And they should be equal distances, give or take a few centimeters and whatnot. So a 3 there, and that's a 3 there. So if I did a 3 by 3 on each one. Now, is that technically classed as being way too close to that junction? Or maybe if I don't do them, we'll keep it like that. How far away from here? 10 by 10. And instead, because I can allow that to be, because I feel like that's going to be quite a busy road leading up to potentially going up to the highway. And then if I did a 10 here by 10, we have a beautiful little pattern. Ooh, okay, that could be interesting. And then we got to figure out this point. So if I did a 7, no, scrap that. That is an 8 by 9, so forget that one. Oh, it's going to be so tough to get this in a 10. 10. No. It's actually quite a tough one to kind of like figure out how we're going to play this. But this should be good enough anyway, because, I mean, we'll have multiple junctions and there's not going to be too much kind of population involved within this area. So hopefully we can kind of like ease and relax on some of that front. Or maybe I bring it down from here, a 10 by 10. I don't like the bend on that. Alright, 10 here by 10 like that. And then that leads us up to a 6. So that comes after another 10 there. And then, well, that leads us out to a 6. And that should be a 10 by 10. Looks a bit funky on this side, but it allows us to alleviate the traffic flow in this road because it's going to be coming straight off the highway, drive straight down and leads potentially to this area. Right. It's a lot of stuff I got to set up for the future. So if I do a bend, or instead of doing a bend, if I come down by another 10. Nah, I'll leave that for like a future time, but we kind of have a structure set up as we're creating our little neighborhood. Again, we're not going to go for a huge metropolis. That's not the aim of the Fool's Kingdom, and we're still in our early stages of development right now. So unemployment's, yeah, gone back up to being high, so we need to extend a little bit more. What are you complaining about? There's not enough raw materials, and this is because we need to do some exporting. But we're not quite at the stage yet to do some exporting just yet. Right, let's go down by another 10 there. Bam, bam. Let's go down here. Bam, bam. Bring that up to here. And then we pretty much are going to suffer quite a bit with the industrial until we can do some exports. But yeah, we'll just kind of play it out to that. Which also allows us as well, because the way we're setting this all up, we also allow a through road to come through to get to industrial area. So we're also trying to keep traffic off that, giving it multiple ways and whatnot to get people around, which could potentially be a good idea, could be a bad idea. We just don't know just yet. And as it stands right now, we're almost breaking even with the harbour being open. Now that's interesting. That's very, very interesting right now. So yeah, I think I'm going to have the highway just clip around and kind of bend around this way, because then it could also lead to me, with whatever junction I create, lead up to going up to the hill, to whatever we put up there. Still don't know just yet. But it is definitely going to be an awkward but beautiful design that we potentially go for. Right. Okay. So let's go in a bit of a fast forward mode for now then, because I need to start thinking about the infrastructure for the highways. So we're building more upon the industrial side of things. We really are going to need to do some exports, but I feel like I can't just yet until we have enough money coming in that I can fund an exportation area. So we're just going to have to kind of put up with it for just a minute. And I think these roads, I think that's now been the predetermined road here that we're going to have to upgrade. So let's upgrade it as it stretches through. It shouldn't delete anything. Oh, it ends there. Okay, maybe I do have to build an actual road. So as more and more vehicles use the road, we can now see that predetermined main drag slowly setting up. So if I delete that and then place this road connecting, and do I do that path cutting through? I don't suppose it really matters now at this point because the way we've got this set up. So get the residential just there. All good, all good, all good. And fill up those little bits just here. Finalize that little area. So yeah, we have that main Dragon Road stretching through. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And right, so we're actually now making a little bit of profit on the old weekly. So is that now a case of we got the green light for expectation? Because that's going to change everything if I do implement that in. So if we can quite confidently now keep open. Oh, we got no power. No electricity. What is the power like? Yeah, that's another thing as well. We are really going to have to start thinking about electricity and other utilities at some point. I was quite thinking as well. I know there was a comment at the beginning of this episode about can't wait for the poop kingdom to arrive. I've actually thought about that. Like, one of the little kingdoms actually being like a utility island, and the way that they survive and make money is that they provide kingdoms with electricity. They sell electricity to other kingdoms. They buy trash and sewage off, well, not buy it, but like, we kind of buy off another kingdom their landfill space, so we can, you know, how do I pull it? We don't sell them our garbage. We buy the ability for them to process our garbage. Does that make sense? Kind of ish. Kind of ish, I think. But yeah. Yeah. It would be pretty good. Anyway, back to this then. So yeah, exploitation area. Now it's going to be a little harbour to begin with. I can't fully go for this one. It's 2,400 a week to run, versus this one. Oh, then it's only £500 difference. But how expensive is it? It's 90 grand. It does mean potentially I could then get a train line hooked up to it. But I feel like this needs to be a little bit further away. I feel like it would be good over here if I created like a little harbour. Because I want to get it out of here, because eventually I'm going to potentially move that industrial area to maybe over here. So why don't we kind of do a little bit of land reclamation? Or at least try to. We'll pause the game. Right, and we'll kind of loosely build our harbour. So bring that down to there. And then we're going to go up and then cut in. So very loosely build it, because the key walls are going to kind of finalise that all off for us. There we go. And I think we also need to kind of think about doing like a little bit of coverage from the water. So if I come up to there, run that down. There we go. And do you reckon that will be enough? It could be, it could not. I can put it on this side, but obviously we have to create a ship lane that goes up to here. So if I come off this junction and then bend that round up to there, we then have the ability to drop that in. But the shoreline is required. I gotta press play, but before I do, let's get the key wall set up first. Right, let's make sure that this is correct. Do I press play now? Okay, let me press play. It's going to cause some flooding, but we're just going to have to roll with it, guys. We're going to have to roll with it right now. Oh my goodness me. I can't believe we're building our dock area already. So, I don't know what we're going to eventually do in terms of this being... This probably won't be the main one. I'll probably change it up. A lot of this stuff that I'm building at the minute is definitely going to change as time goes on. The water's just bounced off the mountain. Now it's coming back in. So let's pause for a hot minute. And let's get this set up. So if I picked there and then ran up here by 45, that is now going to be a precedent for the remainder of our zoning. So up to there is 45. So I'm going to cut that slightly back a bit more. Then over here, well, I want to do 25. Alright, if I anarchy that, just that one. And if we go up by 20, let me just go to 20 there. And then we go to 10 there. That's how we're going to finalize this whole little section. So let me just kind of quickly now trim the edges. And then we'll make sure the key walls are the same height. Because that one drops quite low. So to do that, what we do is we select all of them here. And we'll make them to object height of this corner piece. So they're all the same. And then it allows me then to kind of come off this. So I still don't know what I'm going to do just yet. But I might as well come up by 20 there. And here, if I came up by 10, did a 10 by 10 bend, it leads us out to that area to kind of continue the key wall if I want to use it. And then for here, if I did a 10 by 10 bend, and let's say I want to cross by 30, we kind of get some type of structure going on. So first things first, I need to make sure that we got the right heights on all of this. And do I make this little area a little bit deeper? I feel like we have to because it is the harbour. So just kind of finalize all this. It's going to cause some big issues in the long run. But we have to sink it down to allow the ships to sail in on their paths. So bring that to there. That's all good for us. That should be all good for us anyway. And then just finalize this little corner section. There we go. Now, we are creating a bit of a lip there. Again, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that. We'll put it into play, but we now created the beginning of our harbour. So, give it a minute or two for the water to settle, because I have disrupted it a little bit. And then we'll add some stuff in. So, a lot of people complain about there's not enough educated workers. Did I add a school in? I did. I did do an elementary school. I didn't do a high school. Now, I won't put that in just yet, because I want to spend the money on doing our exportation area. So for something like this, if I dropped it in just there, right, pause, because straight away I need to make sure that this is aligned to the object height of this. Then using the touch it mod, we get rid of that road. Well, not get rid of it, I flip it out to be in a one-way system, which industrial road, where are you? There you are. Going in this direction. And then that is 5 going across. So if I put it up by 5 there, what's the best way in which I can... Can't do a 6, can I? Because I've got to now try and... If I did a 3 by 3... Oh, I don't want it to snap on there. What's the one that I do to not make it snap? I forgot which one it was. Oh, don't snap like this, boy. Come on! Don't snap like it. I do it from this side. Or do I have to delete this? Let me delete this. A hot minute. 3 by 3. And then bring this road... They're not going to like this, are they? Right, I'm going to delete that a minute. It's actually quite close, isn't it, this? To there. I might have to extend the wall out a bit. To be honest with you. Right. It's not ideal, but if I extended it to there, I might be able to get away. Or if I select all this, align to object height of that corner again. Boom. I'm going to make that bend a little bit wider. Right? So, fill all this up real quick. There we go. It's like nothing ever happened. Delete that. Right, back to business. So, going down to here. Oh, I could almost do a 10 mark. Couldn't I? Right, hold on. Well, I could, but that's a little bit too far-fetched. So, 5 by 5. 5 by 5. But I'm trying... It's still doing that thing again. Right, I'm going to have to get rid of this. So, 5... Please don't go underground. Right. Damn it. 5 by 5. I don't know why it's going underground. Is it because I've anarchied it? I reckon it is. Why did you decide to build a tunnel? Yeah, it's all because I anarchied it. What's going on, boy? To there. We'll do another 10. Another 10. And we'll do a 5 by 5. Alright, leave that in. I'll sort that out in just a minute. And key wall. Who would have thought this would have been so difficult to build? Well, not difficult, just kind of annoying. And then select all that. Aligns object height of you. Gochi, mate. Gochi. So, when that all happens then, I'm trying to filter it into a particular road. So if I went for this double, multiple, back and forth road, or do I go for the wide? We go for the wider one, and we use. Let's go for the one we. Oh, do we go for that large avenue with grass? That could be a good little shout. If I lead that up to there, yeah, I like the idea of leading into that. And then if I just, I'm underground. Bam, delete you. Then with this road like that. We'll create a little bit more, try and at least create a little bit of magic. That's there. So 5 starts there. 5 by 5. Right, just hold on a second, guys. Bam. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Right, ignore what I'm doing. Like that. And then with the move it tool, we create our little bit of magic. Right, it's all facing the right way before I go ahead and get stuff set up right. Yeah. So how it's going to work here then? Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't realise that was a singular lane. Sediac. That is a large custom view. 2-lane. No, wait, it is a 2-lane. Hold on. Is it a 2-lane in the sense that you can go... No. I'm so confused. I'm officially confused. Okay, maybe that's not the way to go forward. Stick to this then. That's got the 2 lanes. There we go, boys. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. So... do this way because it's the easiest way for me to understand. That's simply how it works. So you lead in, you got 2 lanes. Where, I don't know why you want to use the outer right lane. Maybe we do stuff in the middle, but it's set up none the least for that kind of method. And then we got plenty of space here to run the train line out and around to do what we've pretty much got to do. So we need to run, right, this road up to here. So if I brought this up. So let me just kind of bring it up for now. And I picked the spot as in that was the spot. And then this would eventually want to connect down to here. Now, where's the connecting point? Is it here? 10. Is it happening at 11? Well, the 11 mark is now it. So it just kind of bends in a little bit nicely to lead us down to here. And then off it may go. I don't see us having... Then again, actually we might, because that could also be what leads over to the highway connection. So that could work. But as of right now, that is it. That is done. So lead this down to here. Down to here. Across to there. And what's going to be good as well, because if we do build that additional kingdom, the country over here, and it's separated by the a bridge that leads over, because we are going to be friendly, and I'm going to have a toll booth. Any exports that these guys have, they have to pay a premium of going for the toll booth to the Fool's Kingdom to use its exportation area. That is going to be pretty good. But we're friends, though. We're going to be friends with that kingdom, so we allow them to do that. Otherwise, other kingdoms need their own exportation area. So it's all on them. But as of right now, just give it a minute or two to kind of sort itself out. It's got to sort out that little bit of land there. But we now officially have an exportation area, which is going to be good for us. Going to be good for the Fool's Kingdom right now. It is going to cost us a nice chunk of change, but it should benefit us. We're now exporting the foolish goods that these guys are creating. Nice. And then until we do set up a train line, they're going to drive all the goods over. But let's keep it like that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how that's going to work out. So these guys, I bet there's not enough raw materials. We can now have imports coming in as well, which is going to benefit them a lot. Right, how many are you bringing in? You're bringing in 8 people. So I think for now, we'll turn that off. So we try and get some money back in. Try and make some more income. Or at least cut this deficit down a little bit. As we extend on our grids. And I think we'll use this road here as being another road that kind of cuts in. So that comes down by 20. Where is the connecting point here? So 18 by 18 is that sweeping bend. Right, we'll roll with it. And we'll upgrade that road as well to this style, as that would be considered a main sweeping road to this connection. So you see how it slowly all comes together? Slowly getting there. Now I would then eventually upgrade these roads leading up, but we don't really have anything over there just yet. Right. So we're making a little bit of profit right now. There's a lot of vehicles wanting to get into this industrial area. So we need to kind of upgrade the entry point. So let's go for these small roads, the 4-laners. Just like that. Same kind of width. And we'll sort it now. So I always like to do the lane connector, because visually it's a lot more easier for me to understand where the lanes are going. So that will go into there. That goes into there. And obviously that goes straight over. That goes straight over. So with that set up, I'll turn the traffic lights off. Now granted, some have got to turn over one another. But having that dual access to go in and out, then doesn't have the traffic trip over itself as much. So that allows us then to filter in more vehicles at once, which hopefully is going to be a good thing. But we're making profit anyway. That's a good thing. So what is unemployment like now at this point? It's dropped down to 27%, so we could really do with some more work placement areas. What is the park doing for us? Making us a nice chunk of change. I could really up that, try and get the maximum out of them, which should be a good sign. And I think we'll kill off this just here. We'll extend this road to here and down. And we'll place him a little bit more commercial on this frontage, which will do a 3. Do a 4 residential strip. It's got water in there. Now, granted, we can't move the residential peeps in just yet. Oh, I forgot to get that back up and running. My bad. There we go. Nobody had any power then. That wasn't a good sign. That was definitely not a good sign right now. So, yeah, that's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. But we're getting more commercial in so we can, you know, bring down that deficit of jobs available and whatnot. There we go. Right, okay. That's all good then. We still have that huge industrial demand. So I'm going to bring this road now down by 20. Still using these little kind of side street kind of style roads because I do like them. Connect that in. Bring that down. Connect that in. Now, just by building this is probably going to kill off all my excess power. Probably not going to have much left after this. I mean, that's okay. Because I have to put another wind turbine down. But at some point, we're going to have to think about placing down some type of power plant. But right now, it seems to be okay. Yeah, electricity available seems to be okay. Sewage, on the other hand, is going to be pushing limits very, very soon. But that's taken a nice little chunk of unemployment out. There we go. Not too shabby, if you ask me, boys. Not too shabby. Does the trick, right? It does the trick. So, wow, look at the amount of money we're now making. So I think at this point then, we can think about sorting out the infrastructure for our highway system. So if I start here and build our way up, it will be a good little tool. Let's go to normal mode. And I'm going to use the 2-lane highways. Because I don't feel like it's big enough to kind of warrant 3 lanes. 2 lanes will be enough because we can use them one as a turning lane and all that kind of jazz. And we'll use the parallel roads as well. So let's change this to a 2-lane. Where is it? 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 2-lane highway. Do it doesn't have like a normal 2-lane alley? No. 2-lane highway. I just want it normal, right? Simple. And it might take me a while to kind of get this right. If I do 30, is 30 good enough? Maybe 20. Yeah, I think 20 will be fine. So if I ran the highway like this, what's that like? I think that's perfect, isn't it? Yeah. And we'll do it at kind of regular intervals and stages, and we'll create our own little bends and stuff to kind of cut in. Let me just kind of move this over to here. So I want it to come down here, which, you know, connect up that area. It's gonna, the main one's gonna drag all the way up and then kind of go up in this direction. And then from that, we build all the other connections off it, right? So if I chose this point, because I want to do like the straight and simple roads first. How am I getting to this point? I mean, I could do a big junction, can't I? It doesn't really matter. But if I ran that like that. Yeah, it's good enough for me. And then we did a semi-diagonal one like this. And then we connect these boys up. So we are still quite... Oh, hold on. Oh, no. This is where it all goes to pot right now. But I think if I don't use that now, we can get away with it. So if I brought that out by there and that out. Oh, man, I had it. Oh. Are you not connecting? Did I mess you up or something? There we go. So where did that... Okay, it comes down here. So do I do it backwards instead? Is the shorter connection there? It's so difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult to try and get it just right. So if I delete that by 1, it then will hopefully then show me... $14 by 14 maybe? Right, Right, we're doing 11. Nine. Right, delete that one as well. I think because they're so close together, I'm initially going to have that little bit of an issue. Bend, you fool. 9. Snap onto that one. What is it? It's still connecting to this, isn't it? Right, get it out of here, boy. Right, where is that now gone? Alright, do it from here. So 9. Oh, come on, boy. Why are you not snapping? Why you no snap? Alright, bit closer. 13 by 11. 9 by 11. Right, as good as. That was so painful to try and attempt. So painful. Oh, wait, it's a different type of road. Oh, of course it is. That's a 2-lane highway, and what it's actually using is a 2-lane highway. Game, you never cease to amaze me. You never cease to amaze me. Alright, let me get this all updated. No, and then that's fine. That side is perfectly fine. It's only this one side. How has that happened? Did I select a different type of road on the other side or something? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. But I also don't like what it created as well. So I don't think I'm ever going to be happy with how this is now going to play out. 21. 16. So I know it's 21. 21. 23. Almost. I don't think it's like enough of a bend to warrant anything special. But 21. And of course, flip it round. Nice gradual bend. We'll take it. Now I gotta try and attempt this on the other side. Good luck, boy. So, we get to there. We get to there before it ultimately starts bending either side. 21 by 21. Look at that. First time. I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius. So now I'm just going to get these guys here connected. Which these ones should be the easy ones. Well, they would be. If they gave me an option. So 30 to that distance. 19. There we go. And then that is 20. Okay. 19. Now we're good. Okay, we're good. 20 by 19. That's fine. And that was way too easy compared to the other one. Why did the other one make it so difficult for us? We shall never know. So that's the highway that's going to run through. We'll have a highway run down here and round, and we'll do a little junction connection here. Well, that should be pretty cool. That is going to, come up here and bend round. We'll have a little junction connection here that leads into the crossover point there of our toll booths. But we have a kind of a little system set up. Now, same as selected. How do I know which is which? Well, let me search it. No, it's the same as selected, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. So if I use this point, how do I get it to go in that direction? Nope. No, don't go that way. Oh, it does it anyway. My bad. My bad. So, yeah, I want it to go in that direction. What's the best way for me to do it? And how far away do I come from that area? So I know that's a 10 sticking out. That will be another 10. So if I went 10 here, and it's all going in the same direction, I'm going to toggle the reverse direction road as well. I'm going to have to upgrade that one road because it's not same as selected. What does that do for us? That builds free. Please don't build free. So 10 there. Let me just push it in that direction by 10. And then if I use this tool here, so if I go up by 30 almost, and then play around with the ability, how far am I going with this? So that's going to there. My question is, do I keep it elevated or not? So if I brought that like that, well, that could be good. Like to there, because then it's almost like parallel with that. So do I elevate the roads, the highways, or do I keep them at ground level? You guys can let me know in the comment section down below. But then it allows me to a 50. Right, what is that there? That is, because I've got to try and figure this out right now to get the same momentum. So a 50 there, and then straight down then is an 80. So 50 there, but that 50 off here is, what is it? It's 30, isn't it? Well, it's 27 at that point. To there, and if I can get like a 90 degree, so if I can do it, if I can do another 50, but like a smack bang 90 degree. But then that would snap here, but it's not the right type of bend. 50 there at a 90 degree. And then if I just went up by 10. Or do I want it a lot closer to run all the way up? You can see I've got so many decisions to make. Now, I think we keep it like that. But what I will do is a 30 there to lead up. To then what would run parallel across that way. So we'll have a junction here for this. We'll have a junction here for there. And we'll set up a junction here to lead into this area. So we'll have 3 junctions dotted around this section. Now the question is, guys, and they're just place marker roads for now. They are just place marker roads for now. Do I elevate the highway? Does your boy elevate the highway for this or not? Which road am I upgrading here? Well, on this side it's this one. Right. On this side it's this one. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, do I elevate the highway or keep it at ground level? Elevating means I can build above it and whatnot. Keeping it at ground level does limitate us to some degree, but it means I create the intersections above the highway. I'll let you guys decide that in the comment section down below. But yeah, we have our now rough layout, because whatever junction we create here, it could also lead to going up the hill. We'll have like a swing over here too, but this, I don't know whether to then extend, like this highway road kind of ends there, or whether does it follow around in a big loop and then connect up, if you know what I mean. I don't fully know what to do with that just yet, but I do know we're going to have the toll booth connection over here, which is going to be really exciting. We're going to generate money from it. We're going to trade with a brand new kingdom. It's going to be really exciting. But right now, we're making the profits. We are making the profits. We'll open this back up, which is probably going to waste our profits. But we're going to use this to build more residential. We're going to have to squeeze some more commercial in. And we'll do that on this strip that leads as the main drag section road to that connection. Like that. It is yet to have the water, but it will do right now. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So bring a few more people in. Got some more commercial to work with. And I think we're ready, guys. I think we're ready to accept whatever comes our way. This is going to be the greatest kingdom that ever lived. We have officially set up some type of structure. Will it work? We don't know. What is going to happen when we build that next additional kingdom? We do not know. But what I do know is, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, you are going to miss that next episode. So subscribe if you haven't, guys. Smash that like button if you did enjoy this episode. But we have a lot of bases now set up, a lot of places, a lot of movement that we can potentially work with. So as always, if you do enjoy this episode and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, good